Up for today, we're going to cook some mouth-watering shredded beef. I'm going to show you how to do that here in a second. Yesterday I got out some roast. I got out a beef arm roast, and I did that because I wanted this bone and I wanted to slow cook the marrow out of that. It's got a good amount of fat. And then I did a bottom round roast, which there's no bone and it's a little leaner. So I'm combining the two to make me some good deliciousness. Now to show you, it is 5 after 7 in the AM. It's morning. I pulled these roasts out yesterday, and I just threw them in the refrigerator. Pulled them out of the freezer, threw them in the refrigerator, just brought them up to temperature for the most part. So today we're gonna cook these two roasts together. Here's my tool, this crock pot. I prefer crock pot, just because I can cook it on a low setting. Right there. Oh, sorry, that one was low. On a low setting all day. And we're probably going to cook for 10 to 12 hours. Like I want the low heat and the longer duration. And yes, I started planning this meal yesterday. So for those of you out there that can't look past your next meal, you're going to have to start thinking ahead a little bit and pre-planning. But we use a slow cooker a lot with a lot of our meats and a lot of our meals. And the other reason for the slow cooker is back to this bone marrow there. I definitely want to go after the nutritiousness that's packed inside there and let that spread all over my meat as it's cooking. So let's get it prepared. Okay, so I'm not talented enough to run the camera and do everything at once, but I put in my round roast down there, got my arm roast on top, and got it sitting there. And now I'm gonna fill that with a bath of water and then add in some apple cider vinegar, and I'm gonna do about 2 tablespoons worth of apple cider vinegar. For those of you that can your own food, like vegetables, and you have seasonings and vinegar mixed in, like my favorite's always been green beans. The canning of green beans, you pull they call it a dilly bean in our kitchen, but
Meow.
there's Sage.
Meow.
Sage is helping.
Meow.
But anyway,
Meow.
the way we can our beans, it has water and vinegar bath with some seasonings. I would eat those. I'd open up a can of beans. I would eat the beans, and then I would dump the seasonings and the vinegar in there, and then add a bath of water on top of that. But I don't have one of those available today, so I'm just going to do a bath of water and apple cider vinegar. So I'll do that next.
Meow.
There's we use the Bragg's apple cider vinegar in our household. And so I shook that up good, and I actually did 3, but you can kind of see right there, I just layered it over the top of that first roast there on top, and I just spread it generously, and I ended up using 3 tablespoons this morning instead of 2, but irregardless, 2 or 3, be a little generous with it and you'll be okay. Okay, so we got our water put into the crock pot. I'm going to turn it on low, and in less than 5 minutes I just prepared right about 7 pounds of meat. The one package was 3.5 pounds, the other package was 3.4 pounds. And so less than 5 minutes I prepared this video and prepared a meal for this evening, and it's going to produce us leftovers. Like the 3 of us, this dude can eat, he can eat 1/4 pound or 1/3 of a pound of meat at each meal now, but between the 3 of us, this meal will last us probably, we'll get 3 meals out of it, if not 4. So we'll turn some of it into some meat, some cold roast beef, so we can snack on it. The other, we can warm it up and have shredded roast beef warmed up. Becomes a very versatile food once you have it prepared. You can, some meals I'll put seasonings on, like a sweet rub. Another meal I may use barbecue sauce. And if I eat it cold, I may just put a little spread of mayo on it or a spread of butter. That's super fun. Just regular old stick of butter and spread it on the meat. But Sage thinks that's funny. But anyway, so there's that. We're gonna put the lid on, and Sage is giving it a thumbs up. Give it a thumbs up, Sage. All right. And the other thing I was gonna mention, it's 7 o'clock right now. 10 after 7. I may come in, if I'm in the house at like 3 or 4 this afternoon, if I got to slip into the house like mid-afternoon, I may kick this down off low, and I may kick it over to warm. So if I make it into the house like mid-afternoon, I'm not afraid to kick that over on warm and just let it finish cooking there. If I'm gone all day and it sits on the low setting for 12 hours or 13, it's no big deal. Like, it's still going to be perfect. So it's really hard to screw up with a slow cooker is my point. So anyway, let that give you some confidence. And them slow cookers, like, I think we picked that one up for like $30, brand new. So you can get a lot of life and a lot of cooking out of a slow cooker that's just scrum good. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this video, and later this evening I'll show you how that's going to be really difficult to pull out of that crock pot, because it's just going to fall apart. Well, it's reveal time. I did not make it in early afternoon, so the crock pot set on the low temperature for all day. There's a shot at the time, so you can see that we're just short of 12 hours. There's Mr. Sage again, and I'm not in the same clothes. I'm just going to mention that right now, because after getting done working on the place today, I had to go to town and do some stuff in town, so got into a little nicer clothes. So here we go. Let's get ready to pull this out. Here's what it looks like right now. You can see the bone there from the arm steak that we put in. I bet this just pulls right out. Look at that, everybody. I'm just going to use these tongs for a second. Ooh, dog. Oh no. Whoop. Well,
Whoop.
that's just part of it, making a tender roast.
Meow. 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 Meow.
Come
here. It's gonna take longer to pull this out than it is to make this whole thing. Okay, here's the round roast. Okay, you think you can hold that right there, so we're filming that?
Okay.
Okay. Watch this. I'm going to use the dull side of the knife. Look at that. Look at that round roast just fall apart. And I'm not even using the sharpened edge. I'm using the dull.
Cut. Cut.
Yeah. That way. There we go, right there. Still using the dull side of the knife.
No, Mom. No.
Okay. Well, them two roasts turned out about as tender as you can make them, and I can't wait to dive into that goodness. Sage, can you wait to eat that? Are you ready to eat that? Yeah. So anyway, we're going to cut out of here now, and we're going to enjoy us some really awesomeness of some arm roast and round roast combined. Catch you on the next video. Talk to you later.